Hi, my name is Ashley Bell, and I'm going to be showing you a 5th grade math lesson. The standard that will be covered is classify and organize two-dimensional figures into Venn diagrams based on the attributes of the figures. The purpose of the lesson today is to teach students how to recognize and classify the attributes on quadrilaterals. We're going to focus just on quadrilateral shapes today. Students will develop an understanding of the hierarchy of quadrilaterals based on their properties by creating a Venn diagram based on these attributes. All right, boys and girls, today we're going to be comparing and contrasting the attributes of quadrilaterals. But before we do that, we need to make sure that we remember our shapes. On your desk, you see that you have one of these. It's called Name That Quadrilateral. It should be numbered 1 to 5. We're going to play the game, Name That Quadrilateral. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put attributes or properties, remember those words, they're vocabulary words, okay? Attributes and properties. Basically, they describe the shape. So you're going to listen and look really close at the attributes. You're going to think back to which quadrilateral it might be. Okay? Turn to your shoulder partner and tell them what you remember about quadrilaterals from earlier years. Ready? Go. All right, very good. I heard squares, rectangles, trapezoids, parallelograms, rhombus. Very good job. Now, let's see if you remember what exactly those shapes are. Okay, so get your pencil out and let's have your card. And let's see the first set of attributes. All right, this quadrilateral is a plane figure. It has 4 straight closed sides, which means it's a polygon. It has 4 vertices. The sum of all the angles is 360 degrees. And at least 1 pair of parallel sides. All right, I'll give you about 10 seconds. Quietly write down which one you think it is. All right, we're going to go heads together, bottoms up, and you're going to compare answers with your team. During this time, you may change it if you would like to. All right, I'll give you about 30 seconds to talk about it. Remember, you're going to compare your answers, and you can change it to see if your whole group can come up with the one shape. All right? Heads together, bottoms up. Go. All right, let's see these cards. Okay, seeing some different answers. Let's go ahead and get the shape. If you had trapezoid, you're correct. It has at least 1 pair of parallel lines right here. Now if you'll notice, the other attributes cover almost all the other quadrilaterals. So the last one was the most important. Keep that in mind with our next shape. Okay, we're going to go to number 2 now. Remember, you're going to do it by yourself, and then we'll talk about it after. All right, let's see the attributes for shape 2. All right, it's a plane figure again. 4 straight closed sides to make it a polygon. 4 vertices. The sum of the angles is 360 degrees, but this time it has 2 pairs of parallel and congruent sides. Okay, write down your answer. All right, let's repeat the process. You're going to compare your answers with your team. Heads together, bottoms up. Go. Have a seat. Let's see what our correct answer is. Parallelogram. Opposite sides congruent, 2 pairs of parallel lines. All right, let's skip to number 3. Let's keep on going. This time, plane figure, 4 straight closed sides, 4 vertices. The sum of the angles is 360 degrees, 2 pairs of parallel and congruent sides, just like the parallelogram, but this time it has 4 90-degree angles. Okay, write down your choice. All right, let's review it. Heads together, bottoms up. Go. All right, have a seat. Let's go ahead and check this one. Rectangle. See, this time the sides aren't slanted like they were for the parallelogram. All of them are perpendicular lines on the sides that are perfect right angles. All right, number 4. This time time, still plain figure, still 4 congruent, straight, closed sides, 4 vertices. The sum of the angles is 360 degrees. It has 2 pairs of parallel sides and 4 90-degree angles. Please write your answer. All right, let's share with our group. Heads together, bottoms up. Go. All right, let's all get back together and see if we're correct. It's a square. This time, instead of opposite sides are congruent, all 4 sides had to be congruent. All right, we're going to go for one more shape. All right, plain figure, 4 congruent, straight, closed sides, 4 vertices. The sum of all angles are 360 degrees. There's 2 pairs of parallel and congruent sides. Write down your answer, please. All right, last shape. Heads together, bottoms up. So you can figure the last one. Go. All right, let's check our last and final answer. A rhombus. So this one's like a square, but it kind of looks like it's fell over. It does not have the requirement of right angles for all the vertices. All right, we're going to get a little further into identifying attributes of our shapes. And we're going to start doing some real life finding these shapes. I'm going to give each person a shape card just like this one. You'll have the quadrilateral in the middle. This particular one's a square. And you have 3 little bubbles. What you're going to do is you're going to walk around the room and you're going to try to identify objects in our classroom that might be a square. Okay? Someone else at your group will have one and they're going to find a rhombus. And then trapezoid, rectangle, and parallelogram. When you're finished and you have all 3 bubbles filled up, you're going to return to your seat. Once everyone's ready to go, you're going to share with your group what you found. And we'll see if your group agrees or disagrees with you. So again, each person in your team will have a different shape card with a different quadrilateral. I'll give you time to get up, move around, and see if you can find examples in our classroom of these shapes. When you're finished, we're going to sit down and share our answers when we're all ready to go. Is there any questions? All right, we'll take your card and your pencil and go ahead and stand up and tuck in your chair. You may get started. Good job, ladies and gentlemen. I saw great behavior going around and you all did very well picking out your shapes, and I saw some really, really good teamwork, so let's keep it up. All right, now that we reviewed the attributes of the shape, who remembers what the other word for attributes is? Very good, properties. Now that we can do that, we're going to compare and contrast them. All right, let's take a step back for a second. We're going to use a word called hierarchy, okay? This is ranking things in order. Let's think about our school, all right? We have students, teachers, principal, assistant principal. All right, let's think about these 4 things, all right? Again, we have students, the principal, teachers, and assistant principal. Now, if we were going to put them in rank or order, let's think about some attributes that they might have that would put one on the list higher than another. So basically, we're going to think of it like this. If we had 4 boxes, and we had to put these in some sort of order, how could we order them? All right? Take a minute to brainstorm. How could we put them in order by their attributes? All right, in just a second, we're going to go heads together, bottoms up. But remember, if I call on you, everyone in your team needs to be ready. Don't just tell me where they go. You need to be able to prove it. Tell me how you have that particular hierarchy set up. All right, let's discuss. Heads together, bottoms up. Go. All right, have a seat. Is there a group that would like to answer? All right, go ahead. All right, so let's see. We said the principal, and then the assistant principal, teachers, and students. All right, prove to me how you had that answer. You made that answer. All right, so let me get this straight. Principal's at the top because he has the most attributes. He has the most things to do. He's in charge of our entire school. All right, assistant principal, they're still high, but a little bit higher to the, a little bit lower than the principal. Okay. Then we have teachers. Who are they in charge of? That's right, our classroom. And then the students. So it's not that one's more important than the other. The principal just, if we were doing his attributes like we did with the shapes, more would be listed. So we have more attributes down to students. Very good. All right, we're going to tie this back into shapes now. On these cards, I'm going to pass out every team a packet of cards. It has the shapes that we've been using. Trapezoid, parallelogram, rectangle, rhombus, square. And there's also going to be a card for a quadrilateral. Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to take the cards, lay them all out. Just like we sorted these by their attributes, you're going to sort these cards by their attributes. All right, you're going to end up with your cards laid out just like this. Okay, from the highest to the top. Now, you already know what I'm going to say. You're going to have to prove how you made the cards. You're going to have to explain it to me. Okay? So each group is going to get a set of cards. All right, let me give you just a second to go ahead and get them laid out. All right, let's work together. Remember, you're putting them in a hierarchy, okay? Figure out how you're going to classify them, okay? I'm not going to tell you how to do it. This is going to be, you're going to have to investigate this and work together to see if you can figure it out. All right? Heads together, bottoms up, go. All right, let's go ahead and stop. All right, we're going to do something a little different. We are not going to talk about these right this second. All right? I have a video that's on classifying and ranking shapes. Just what we're doing right now, okay? We're going to watch this, and then I'm going to give you time to see if you want to change some things on your screen. All right, so let's go ahead and turn our chairs where we can see this. The video's not long, just about 4 minutes. All right, it's one of our Learn Zillion videos. So let's take a second to watch this. Everybody go ahead and get ready while I get it started. All right, let's pay attention.
How can I classify these quadrilaterals? In this lesson, you will learn to classify and compare quadrilaterals by their properties. Let's review. What attributes or properties do these shapes share? They all have 4 sides and 4 angles. They're all called quadrilaterals. These shapes have 2 pairs of parallel sides. Or in other words, their opposite sides are parallel. Parallel means that if the 2 sides extended out forever, they would never intersect. We call these quadrilaterals parallelograms. Quadrilaterals with 1 pair of parallel sides are called trapezoids. Let's compare these 2 types of quadrilaterals. They share properties that make them.
All right, I'm going to stop it right there for a second because this actually shows one of our other vocabulary words. A lot of times we compare and contrast. You've used one of these since probably kindergarten or 1st grade. Can anybody tell me what it is? Go ahead. That's right, a Venn diagram. Remember, on the outside goes what is?